What is up, everybody? Welcome to Body by Cams, where we get that body right, we get that hair right, and that mind right. I'm your host, Camilla, and thank you for joining me today. So today we are going to be doing a hair tutorial. So we're going to be doing our slick back locks. I've posted a picture of myself before with my hair slicked back whilst I've had locks, and I always get that comment that, locks are not versatile, you can't do this. And I literally had a conversation with my friend and she was like, I would do it, but what happened that you can't stick your hair back? And I was like, sis, I got something for you. So today we're going to be doing a slick back ponytail, and I'll show you how I went from this to this. All right, stay tuned and I'll show you more. So for today's tutorial, you're going to need the following items. So you're going to need a comb, a hard bristle brush, some hair bands, a spray bottle, mine has got rose water in it, and some gel. All right, so first we're going to start off with spraying the hair. So you want the hair to be nice and moist and nice and damp. So you might do this when you've just washed your hair, so the hair is still fully damp. Or if you haven't washed your hair, just really saturate it with water because you want it to be as damp as possible. That's going to help you slick down the hair and help the gel to take a lot better. So after the hair is sufficiently damp, you're going to grab your hard bristle brush and you're just going to brush it down. So you're going to brush the hair and just try and get it to lay. So we're not going to tie it yet, but you just want to brush the hair and just get it to lay. Now, ideally, you will not have done a retwist it depends on how quickly your hair grows. For me, I haven't retwisted my hair in, I want to say 2 months, 6 weeks to 2 months. So I've got a lot of regrowth. So ideally you want a sufficient amount of regrowth in order to pull this style off. You're looking for anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of hair, ideally 2 plus. That's really going to help you get that slick back effect. If your hair is freshly done, you're going to be able to see the parts and it's going to kind of ruin the effect. So you want your roots to be grown out. Then you're going to grab your comb and just define your part. So as you can see, I'm just defining my center part. Obviously I've got locks, so my hair is already in sections, but sometimes you get those stray hairs. So I'm just cleaning that up and just making that center part look as defined as possible. Obviously it's your preference. If you don't want a center, you could do a side or whatever, however part your hair is already parted. But for me, I want a nice center part, so that's what I'm doing. Once that's done, you're going to start and section the hair. So when you're doing this, you're going to use multiple bands and you're going to start from the back and work your way up. Now, this depends on your hair density. If your hair is not as dense, you might not need to do it section by section. You might be able to just put the bulk of it in the pony in the back. If your hair is a little bit fuller, you might need to do like what I'm doing and section the hair just to make sure it all goes flat. If I tried to put my hair in a low pony in one go, it's just not going to work. It's not going to lay flat. So I have to go in and section it. So what I do is I take a few rows at a time, put it in a band, tie it in a ponytail. Then I'll grab a few more rows on top, tie it in a ponytail. You can use the same band or you can add additional bands on top just to hold everything down like I'm doing here. So you just want to continue working your way all the way up to the top until all of your locks are in a low ponytail. So now that that's done, I'm just going through my head and I'm just basically using my fingers to flatten out the locks. So I don't want any locks to be lying on top of each other and causing like a lumpy look. Then once I've gone over it with a brush, I'm going to add my gel. So I'm using Eco Styler gel, and I'm just going in with that now on top of the hair. So you want to add a very generous amount. Again, depending on your hair texture, density, you may need more or less. It's up to you. But you want to really saturate the head because you want it to slick everything down and to look as sleek as possible. So you just want to cover it completely. So once you feel like the hair is sufficiently gelled, you can go in with your toothbrush and just kind of like line up the edges. I do this now and then I'll do it again later on, which I'll show you in a sec. And then once that's done, you're going to grab a headscarf and you're going to cover your hair. So you want the hair to dry. If you've got a hooded dryer, then you can sit under a dryer. If you want to use a hairdryer, you can do that. I prefer to leave it on overnight. So I sleep with this and then I'll take it off tomorrow and finish the rest. But you want to cover the head. I was about to knot it at the top, as you see, but I don't want to leave a little dent in the hair, so I'm going to tie it in the back and let it do its thing and dry overnight. So I'm going to let it dry overnight and then I will show you the rest tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you in a... Okay, so welcome back everyone. This is the next day. So this is the result of the slicking down. So you can see it looks pretty flat. If you didn't see the locks in the back, you would just think it's just textured hair that's been slicked down. So it's just totally up to you. You can add the additional hairpiece, which is what I'm about to demonstrate to you, or you can just leave your hair how it is and keep it pushing. So what we're going to do is we've got our hair and we are going to split the hair up. So you're going to split the hair into two sections. You want a thicker section and a slimmer section. So you want 2/3 of the hair in one section and 1/3 of the hair in another section. I'll show you why in a second. For the 2/3, you're going to wrap a hairband around the center of that bundle of hair. In order for it to blend, you need the hair type to match, the fake hair to match your hair as much as possible. Unfortunately for me, this hair doesn't actually match my hair as much as I'd like. It's not as kinky and the color is slightly off. I haven't bought hair in almost 2 years since I've had my locks, so this is the only bag that I had lying around the house. But if I was doing this style and wearing it out, I would definitely get a kinkier texture and a slightly different shade, because it's a tiny bit off. But learn from my mistakes. Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled program. So we should have our bundle in a hair tie now. So the 2/3 of hair that we separated earlier, that should now be in a hair tie with it around the middle. We're going to put that to the side, and now we're going to tie up our hair. So depending on how many locks you have in the back and how dense and thick it is, I want you to try and put that into the smallest, tightest bun you can think of. The reason we're doing this is because when we add the hair, we want there to be as few locks poking out as possible. We want the locks to be completely hidden. So you want to try and put this in a small bun and twist that and tie that around. Obviously, if you have really thick locks, it's going to be a bit harder, but try your hardest, because the better job we do at this, the easier it'll be to hide the locks underneath the hair later. Once that's done, you're going to go back and grab your fake hair, the 2/3 that we wrapped around our hairband earlier, and then you're going to grab the smaller 1/3. You're going to put that 1/3 on the other half of the hairband. So now you've got the 1/3 hair at the bottom of that hairband and the 2/3 hair at the top of the hairband, like you can see here. The reason for this is when you attach it to your hair, that 1/3 bit at the bottom is going to cover the back of your hair. So it's going to make it blend a lot better. So now you're going to attach the hairband to the bun in the back of your head. So now you should have more coverage around the body of your bun. Now again, this is a look on its own. If you want, you can literally just leave it like this and live your best life. Or you can do like what I'm about to do and put it in a ponytail bun situation thingy-majiggy. I don't really know. Ponytail puffs, I guess they're called. I actually don't know what the proper name is for them, but you'll see in a second. So So what I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing some extra hairbands and I'm just putting them around the ponytail in sections to condense it a little bit, because it is a lot of hair, and to just give it that really cute puffy or puffball look. And then once that's done, that is the finished look. So now you can see the sides and the back, and yeah, it doesn't look too shabby. Again, if the hair texture was a little bit kinkier, it would blend a bit better with my hair, and also the color is slightly off. However, I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, versatility, I think we have it, kid. Well, that is the end of the tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you tried this style out, how it worked. If it didn't, send me pics. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know how you found it. I'm on Instagram, Body by Cam, so feel free to holler at me, send me a DM, shout your girl, let me know how it's going. I've got more content coming for you soon, not just hair but also fitness stuff as well, so stay tuned. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye.